This is the Dave and Katie show coming live from our
Hello.
auditorium where we
Uh,
teach
uh,
students in life. Dave's still learning how to sit in his chair.
oh, jeez.
The day
uh,
before Christmas Eve, the day before New Year's Eve. Huh?
uh, I was talking to Shuri about New Year's Eve. I can't tell you last time I went out and celebrated it or, you know, partied or whatever you want to call it.
I
It's
think
a
New
lot
Year's
easier to sit home.
it is, but I think New Year's, and I was thinking about this the other day. New Year's gives a lot of time. It gives kind of that tangible aspect of closing a chapter and opening a chapter, which a lot of us need in life. It's like, how do we start fresh? And even if we break those resolutions, how do we like work on things? And actually I just had this conversation, Dave, before you and I talked, and somebody asked me, they said, what's your term? What if for one word, what word would you give 2025? And I told him, I thought about that the other day, and I said that I would give it the term empowerment, because I've been through so much the past 2.5 years to where I felt like I was having to survive, having to survive. And it's like, gosh, like you just feel like the world is just coming down on you and you just keep trying to breathe and trying to breathe. There's probably people who, Dave struggled with a lot of PTSD and depression and all that other stuff. You're just trying to take a breath. And,
Yeah.
the empowerment thing was like, you know what? Screw this. Like I'm tired of feeling like I have to constantly like defend and say like, but this is what we're trying. This is, like here I am. We're trying to do this. And it's like, you know what? Why don't instead for 2025, it's like, why don't I accept all the things that I've been through instead of feeling like I'm having to survive from them still, and come at it from a standpoint of like calm, like this like calm wisdom per se. When I say the empowerment thing, it's like in 2025, I don't want to act like I'm still having to defend myself from things that catch me off guard. Instead, I want to be able to effectively address things and not let these things take my power. It's like, yeah, life sucks. Yeah, people mess up. Yeah, yeah, there's negative all around, right? But it's all in the way that we look at it. And if we're able to be like, yeah, that sucks, but you know what? I'm not going to give my energy to that. I'm going to put my energy over here. Because sometimes our energy goes to fighting everything and then we have nothing for ourselves. And I don't think that's not fair to me. That's not fair to my daughter. That's not fair to anybody in this company. Like if I'm allowing things to suck out my life, that's not fair to anybody. And in 2025, I want to come at it as like a humbled, not a confidence. Maybe it is a confidence, but a humble approach to say there is an expectation that not everything's going to go the way we want it to, and that's okay. But what is happening on the things that we do want, and how am I going to grow and build those?
Uh, I, um, I, for you, that all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And these are what, the New Year's resolutions are always for,
They're very
w-
individualized. And I
what,
think in our older ages,
yes.
Dave, that even though we're partying when we're younger, like that's what New Year's is about, it's parties. But I think as we get older, it's more about having that breath, knowing that there is a next step, there's a newness, there's a freshness, there's not just this continuation of the old. It's an opportunity.
See, for me, I'm just trying to live. And the, what I would like is for these so-called representatives of the state, the state itself, because it has to start at a state level. Um, I would like for one of them just to be truthful and
Hard.
to take the time to help a hidden killer help people. And it's you're not just helping uh, a first responder, a veteran. You're helping people, average, ordinary, daily living people. Is that asking too much? It's your job.
Who, Dave, that's a really
Well,
good point.
well,
Well,
why do you? I mean, or do they not want to work hard? Is that what it boils down to?
I think it's more so
Because
that they want things handed to them. And when I'm saying that, I'm not saying that to be derogatory. I'm saying that they want you to have a plan as to what you want, what you need, and they want you
I
to hand it to them. And then you say, okay, you go do your thing.
no, I want to live. I want to live, and I want to be able to afford to live. Okay, and I don't need if I got to wipe your ass in order for you to be able to help me. Then what good are you to me?
Well, I
If
don't
you're put in
disagree with
that, if
that.
you're put no, if
You're,
you're
you're
put in that
giving,
position,
you're giving them
no,
too much respect, or not respect. You're giving them too much,
oh
credibility.
no, no, I'm not giving them any credibility because they haven't earned it. What I'm giving them is the opportunity to do their freaking job. That's their job is to help the people.
That's right. In the state of Tennessee, what are the groups in the state of Tennessee that represent law enforcement?
I would imagine. Well, you have like the a chiefs association, like whatever, or you have the sheriff's association. You have fraternal order of police, things like that.
Wait, hold on. I'm actually writing these down.
Well,
Okay,
but
yeah. What was the last one?
hold on. I don't. Why should why and I don't know nothing about this crap. But like
And that's what we're
our
talking about
our
right now is how to fix it.
our local people that we elect to the government with the state.
Yep.
Your representatives.
Uh-huh.
Uh, do they get paid?
They do.
Okay, then who holds them accountable? Because in every job I've ever worked, I'm held accountable for my work.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
who hold?
who's over them? And
Yeah,
I mean,
who?
I guess the people, but I guess the only way that the people who are over them
Oh, they if
approve or
that's the case,
disapprove
we're
is
screwed.
right. It's every time that they go up for a voting, I'm guessing.
Yeah, when you're voting, either hey, I'm going to vote for you, or does it really matter because nobody's running against you?
Ooh,
You
that's
know,
right. That's right. It can be a very easy
yeah,
job and they can be very,
yeah.
very lazy.
Oh,
Um,
I don't. I mean, tell me how it's a hard job. You can literally lie to someone's face, and there's no accountability for it.
the Bureau of Chiefs of Police, is that
It's
one?
like the chief. It's like the police chiefs something or no. I don't know. I think probably the only thing that I know of that pushes hard is your fraternal order of police, your
Okay.
FOPs, and that's because it's in general organized by it's your law enforcement uh, is in charge of it. You don't have. Um, I mean, I'm sure there's a governing body of the FOP. You have standards and stuff, and you're held accountable for those standards. I guess that's the difference between say that and a local representative that is not held accountable. Um,
Well, but here's
I
the
don't.
thing, right? Here's the thing. Let me tell you, because this is something I've had to learn in business too. not everybody can take the issue from beginning to end. Your representatives can't do that. They don't have that mindset. They're more interventionists. So what you have to do, and that's why I was asking you these people's names, because I can look it up and contact them, is each of these organizations, so like your Fraternal Order of Police, they will have a lobbyist or maybe several lobbyists. And lobbyists are the loudmouths of these organizations. And what the lobbyist does when you contact them, the lobbyist who's getting paid, they're getting paid to act as a representative for you. They're kind of the bridge. They're your representative, and then they're the representative for the
They're, they're,
organization.
they're not
And
my representative. I had to walk away from a job because of all this.
right.
I, I,
Because
I,
you're
I,
because you're giving people, you think people can do all this stuff and they can't. They don't have the mindset. So your local representatives, they want it all packaged in a bowl. What do you want? Put your argument on paper. Give me your argument, and then I'll take it and try to get it pushed to law.
it, and I know it's just a term or a use of words, but it it's black and white. Uh, I want to live. I want to be able to get the treatments to live.
Yeah.
Um, that's I've elected this person to fight that for me. Now I got to go do his job, and then still believe that he's telling me the truth. That once I wrap this up in a nice tidy package, that he's actually going to try to do something about it. No, it don't work that way because we already know they lie. Okay, it is what it is. So why should a I you know who I don't have a fraternal order of police. I don't have a chiefs association. I don't have a sheriff's association fighting me. You know why? Because I don't work in those jobs. I am not associated with those jobs anymore. All right, Katie Walker fighting for me. That's all I got. You know,
Good
but
luck.
yeah, exactly. You're no, because you're not fighting for just me. You're fighting for everyone. I literally, I picked up, or I didn't because I don't like going out, but Shriek got my sleep medication because if I don't have it, I don't sleep 2 hours. Um, it's a narcotic. It's highly addictive, and it cost me $1.12. What did those 7 pills cost me the other day? $130. What a joke! What a joke! They truly want people that have any type of mental illness to suffer or die. They don't want them getting better because if they did, people would work on it,
See,
and no one's
but
working
you and
on
I have a different mindset. Let me draw you. You'll be able
it.
to see.
No,
You'll see.
and I get,
I'm drawing
I
pictures.
did. Listen, I do get we have a different mindset. Excuse me, and I understand probably not probably. I know if this didn't happen to me, this would not be on my radar. But you know what? It did happen to me. And it happened to me, and I, to probably 90%, didn't have any control over the fact that it happened to me. I'm a human being, and things happen. Okay. And as a human being, I have a right to expect help. Um, Not free, but help. And where's it at? Hmm? Where's our
But
government? Where's our state government? Where's our national government? Where's the help? Huh? I'm not poor. Okay, I'm not rich, so I get no benefit from either one. If I was poor, would I maybe be able to take care or take advantage of some government programs? Probably. If I was rich, would I have to worry about it? Absolutely not. But you know what? I'm not. I'm just an average person, and
you're an average
every month,
Joe.
every month, I have to worry about how am I going to afford something. What a joke How am I going to afford something to make me live? I'm sick and tired, as I'm sure most people are, of standing in line at a pharmacy and having to hear somebody in front of you say, I can't get that one right now. I'm not even looking. I can't get that medication right now because I can't afford it. Which one is more important for me to take right now that I can afford to get?
So look at this.
No,
Yep, look at it. This is me at the
no,
top. Look, start to finish. That's me at the
no,
top.
no, I'm
Here,
not looking at
here's
it.
the here's
Mm-mm.
the
I want
here's
to answer. I want somebody to,
this is
you
what we
know,
have to do
no,
in order to get the
no,
answer. We have to
no,
go, we have to do all this. No, so
no.
let me tell you how most companies work, Dave. Companies.
It's not a company. I'm
It
talking
is.
about life.
Nope,
No,
it's a company.
mm-mm.
Politics is a company. It's an organized company.
It's
Or it's
not organized.
disorganized. It's
It's,
organized crime, huh? Uh,
it seems like it now.
they don't do it from start to finish. So when you go and you talk to a doctor, when you have a doctor who's going to treat you, you're like, all right, I need you to treat me. You don't look at that doctor and say, well, how much is it going to cost? I mean, maybe you do, but the doctor don't know. So, and it's like, when you're doing a specific role in a specific organization, that's your role. That's your role. What you have to do, and this is why you're getting let down so much, is when I tell you you're giving these people too much credit, these people have a role. They're a whole filler. That's it. They're getting a paycheck to represent their people, and they've got 200 different laws that are passed that are sitting on their desk or whatever that they need to take in to try to get them approved or whatever else that their people are wanting. The reason you're getting screwed is because you've got big nonprofits out there that have all the lobbyists in the world that are representing themselves to push their agendas. You've got big companies out there that are representing themselves to push their agendas. Everybody, if you've got a lawmaker or a politician who has 200 things on their desk, you may be lucky if there's one person like you, Dave, that's advocating for themselves to advocate for a bigger group because there's not enough money behind what you're trying to do. And that's what sucks and that's what blows and that's what's screwing you right now. It's not necessarily the person. This person is lucky if they can go put butter on a piece of toast, but that's their role. Putting butter on toast, butter on toast, butter on toast, that's their role. So what we have to do is when I'm asking you, who do we need to contact? Why do we need to do this? Because what I have to do to help with this is to call and say, who's the lobbyist? And I need to work with them to try to, they'll say, well, how can we help? What do you need us to do? And then I give them the whole agenda and say, this is what we want. This is what we want to do. And then they take it to the organization. The organization then comes to your local person. So there's so many fragmented parts. And this is why it's all broken, is because point A doesn't listen to point B and point B doesn't listen to point C. They're all little gerbils on their little circle, and that's all they're doing. They don't care enough, Dave, to go out and make a difference with all of this because they've got too much on their plate.
I,
It's a
I, I,
job. That's the way they look at it. It's a job.
yeah, hey, Katie. Two things. One, I don't have an organization. I'm, I'm,
I
I'm,
know you
I'm,
don't. You've got me
I'm
that can
but what I'm
advocate
saying
against,
is,
right?
what I'm saying is, there's no one for you to contact on me. I'm one person. Okay. I'm just one person that, and I'm one person that's very lucky in the fact that I got to know you, on, I guess, not just on a patient levels. So you took on my fight, but I don't have any organization to back me or anything. I don't. And you're damn right, it's a job. So do your job. Do
Yeah,
your
but it's
job.
8 to 5 days.
Let me ask you
It's
something.
not a mission of like compassion and like empathy and like we're gonna do this. It's not what me and you
Sure,
are trying to do. It's like
sure.
here's their check in, check out, check in, check out. Like it's their time.
Until it affects them,
That's
and
right.
then it would
You're
make a
absolutely
difference.
right.
Yeah. But guess what? I have a job. I have a great job, thank goodness. Um, that I have to meet standards. I have to. I have to. I'm held accountable. I. 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 It. How many people?
They don't. I mean, that's what sucks, man.
Wait.
And I'm
Wait. Wait.
hoping that this new administration that comes in, like it's like Mitch O'Connell or whatever his name was, or is, like, where you serve like lifelong, whatever. And it's like, he can't even function. What is he representing? He doesn't know the world's here. He's like staring out into the unknown in front of him, and he's representing what? Like did your child just kill themselves and that's representing adolescent suicide?
No,
No.
no.
You
What
know what I
he's
mean?
representing is whatever people
It's a
in
bad,
in
bad,
in
bad
in
system.
in his state government at the top want him to represent because they know that he's going to go with whatever they say.
That's right.
Because,
They're puppets. There's a lot of
but
puppets, and we got to get the
yeah,
puppets out of the way.
but here's the thing about it, and I have no idea on any percentages or stats or anything, but um, people die. I don't know how many people will die, will take their life during our podcast right now.
One every 20 seconds.
Okay. And then how many people are dying by the hands of people suffering from mental illness?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one, no one wants to talk about the elephant in the room.
Well, it's
And,
because
and,
they don't
and,
have the
and
skill set to do it. They don't know how to solve issues, and that's what we have to do is solve the
uh,
issues.
Katie, it, if they don't know how to solve, I've got to go fight in front of Congress or whatever and say, this is what's going on in this world. We've got to start seriously working to help instead of just saying, yeah, yeah, send that to me. I'll see what I can do. And you never hear from them again.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's with all of
I,
it, you know. I mean,
I,
it sucks.
I get they got 2,000 people wanting them to do something. I get that. This, this right here, I can tell you right now, if this happened to the governor, if it happened to the governor's family, something would be getting done. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen when a high somebody that is considered and deemed a lot more important me than me in this state or whatever has something tragic happen to their family, and all of a sudden there's a law passed.
Yeah.
You know, there's a law passed. It right away, like just bam, it's just boom. Okay. I get this world's not fair. It's not even close to being fair. But the fact that we pay these people to lie to us, it's got to change. It's got to
Mhm.
change. I'm just trying. I'm trying to live, and I'm trying to do something so other people can live. And I'm losing. And all I hear is we got to do this, we got to do that. No, I need them to do this. I need them to do that. Okay, that's what I need. So how do we go about? Let's get these people on here. Let's get them to make. Let's put them under the gun. I'll show them all the respect in the world. But until I'm one of these people. I don't have to agree with you at all, not one bit. As long as you can get me to understand why you think that, I'm good with it. I don't have to agree with you on it, but if you can make it make sense to me, then I can let it go. There is nothing about this situation that makes sense to me. Nothing,
I don't disagree
nothing.
with you. I'm much
And
more open.
I'm a nobody. So what do I have to lose by maybe pissing somebody off? I don't, because you know what? They're not going to help me live or die anyways.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. One day you're going to see it.
No, no, I'm not, because
Yes, you
I
are.
see what's in front of me. I see the lies that have been told to me.
I see
I
your nose
see,
and your mouth.
I, 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 I see the hope I've gotten up just to have it crushed. I've seen that. Let's talk about this for a second, Katie. Let's
Let's talk about how most of the world's all
and
talk and no bite.
oh, 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 all the yeah.
Keyboard
Look,
warriors. Watch out.
but 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 look, look, I'm on a soapbox. Um, let's talk about this
We
for
got four
just
minutes. 4 minutes.
okay. Well,
So far.
this is my 4 minutes. Um,
Okay.
let's let's talk about let's take the first responders, the veterans. Let's take all these different organizations, groups, brotherhoods. Let's take all of that out, and let's just look at it. All these people as human beings, and let's go. We don't care because we don't. That's too much of a fight. That's going to take too long.
They do that.
Um,
People do that. Yeah. They're not in it to
um,
persevere. They want instant reward. You're right. And that's with life. That's with a lot of people in life.
so you tell me, you tell me, then why should I keep fighting?
Well, because
You just
you're the unique ones, right? I mean, with this company, everything that I've been through with this, and everybody around me has been through with this. I had to change my perspective. I mean, fortunately, I played sports year round, starting pretty much when I was 9 years old until I was 20. And I changed what I'm doing now to my new sport. So like in my head, it's like you've got pregame, postgame, during the game, preseason, postseason, training, but you got to pace yourself, and you got to realize you can't win the tournament in one day. It's it's long, and you got to take a step and take a step and take a step and take a step. And Dave, sometimes I get so overwhelmed. Like right now I'm pretty overwhelmed. But I have mindset to step back and say, okay, just get done this one thing. Even if it's not in the priority that I want to do, it's what my mind's focused on. It's like just get this one thing done, and then you can go to the next thing. But nobody trains us, teaches us to do these things. Like we're taught, Dave, to get a good job, right? To support your family. Nobody's taught like, if you have this passion and burning desire, like to change things, like then go do it. And it's like, okay,
I
tell
don't
me
know.
how. Tell me how to do it. And nobody tells you how.
I don't know. I mean, I would have thought that people that want to be your local representative, they have that passion, but I guess I was wrong about that. As I said, and I'll say it
There's
again.
an ego with
I, I,
Dave.
I,
It's a
I,
good job, and it's an ego when you're like this, like, fan, like you got all these people that are looking up to you. So it's like, you got this fan base with representatives. So yeah, do I respect representatives?
no,
Um,
I don't. I
well,
don't, because
but with
you know what I
respect,
see.
you got to
I
earn
see.
it. You can't be
I
told to respect people.
exactly. I respect the person delivering my mail. I respect the individuals uh, picking up the trash every day. They're doing more for this state, more for this area than what our local representatives are. You know why? Because they're out there working. Uh, uh, I, I mean, we're and I'm not saying they don't do anything. I'm just saying they do what they're told to do. Okay. They're and so who's gonna man up? I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. And you know what? I'm not in a mentally great place to where I can do that because I don't have the luxury of being able to just say I'm gonna reset because I don't know how to reset. I just know how to survive. And I'm
Okay.
tired of surviving. I want to get, I don't expect to get completely healed. I don't think you can. What I think I can do is I can get to where I can actually enjoy life. And that's something I don't do now. I travel this country almost on a weekly basis, and I have a great job that I don't get to enjoy going to these places because I'm too scared to get out in the world. I
Right.
go to my job site and I go back to my hotel. I'm not asking to be completely better. I'm just asking for help to one financially be able to keep doing it, and two to get get more resources affordable and readily available to help me lead the best life with the cards I'm dealt. And I, I shouldn't have to rely on just you to help with that.
Well,
Let,
and it's
let,
not
let's
just
let's
me, but it's got to start
no no
somewhere.
no. It is just you because let's be on. Let's not sugarcoat it. Um, I've offered to wash dishes. I've offered to mop. I've offered to do whatever just so I could afford to get a treatment. Um,
And my thing to
and,
people out there
and,
that are in your
and
shoes,
huh?
I would say my thing for people that are in your shoes, and this is why I run so hard, is like keep surviving, like try to survive a little longer until we can get it. And it's like, and we're going to. There's stronger people out there than these people that are clocking in 8 to 5. We just got to be able to face them. And I'm happy to face, anybody I need to. And there's people out there like that. It's just it's going to take the ones that, we can't be bought out. Like we're here for the mission to help people.
But it here's a problem. We've got say I'm just throwing a number out. You got 25 different organizations out there fighting for some type of mental health help. Um, and there's where I go back to. Let's quit being groups. Let's be one huge group that can and this ain't the right word, but like not bully, but gang up and not give them an option. You can squash a crowd of 100. It's very hard to squash a crowd of 1,000.
That's right.
So, well, I, I'm sorry. I'm not negative. I'm just realistic. In my mind,
Said the
and my mind,
pessimist, but rightfully so. You
my
you
my
you
my my mind says that it's never going to get better, and I'm going to lose this
and you've pushed harder than most people that I know pushing.
because I want to live.
Right, right. And but it takes warriors like yourself. I know you don't feel yourself that way, but you
I,
are. But it takes
I didn't
that
ask to be.
heat.
I don't want to
I
be. I just
Well, sometimes you get handed things in life you don't want. So that's why you're in this mission with me. You're
okay. And if that was the case, then they should have picked somebody smarter that could actually go and run for an office or something that could. And I'm not saying that that's all they need to focus on. I get that, but I need to not be lied to, and I need to be able to look at somebody and know I'm not getting lied to right off the bat. And I need hope, and that's what I asked you when I came 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was you got to give me some hope because I'm tired,
right.
and there's nobody giving hope right now um, on a prominent, and I'm not discrediting you, trust me, but on a prominent level that doesn't have to, you have to start at the lowest level of an individual in order to climb that chain. Why can't we get somebody that's already up the chain to help
I
us?
don't disagree. And I don't know, Dave. I mean, I don't know. It's just, you always think people know more than you. And then when you get to see like what they're doing, you're like, really? And I think that's a piece of it is, it's transparency and it's having enough motivation, I don't know, determination, perseverance to keep pushing forward. And that's what we're doing. That's why we've been doing this
Well,
for as long as we've been doing it. And we're still here and you still complain and I'm still optimistic and it's part of it.
but and the thing is, I mean, I'm not. I'm real. I see things real. I, I'm 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 not in horrible shape compared to so many people. I know that. I 100% know that. So for me, and I think I overall I would have considered myself a very strong and mentally tough person, and
It's hard.
I'm I'm done. I'm tired.
It's hard.
Um, and I think I'm one of the stronger ones, so I can't imagine somebody else that's feeling like I am that isn't as mentally strong. Well, I know what happens. I mean, well, let's be honest.
Well, here, because now I'm 7 minutes late to my other meeting, so we're going to finish this.
It's not my
4 minutes
fault.
has turned into 11. So
You started talking. If you'd let me
it's
have my 4 minutes.
it's true. So here's my thing. People who don't know me, or you, and they may be surviving right now, what would you tell somebody going into the new year for 2025 from to give them a glimmer of hope as to what you and I are trying to do? What would you tell
It's,
them?
I tell them what I have tattooed on my arm. Stay. Tomorrow needs you. That's
Okay.
all. That's what you got to believe. You
And you
don't
got to
know
know
why
that
it
we're
needs
running
you.
as fast as we possibly can. We're running to address all this. And here's what I would say. You see mine? Are you gonna look at mine now? Look. Oh,
My eyes aren't good enough. I have no idea what that's. I'm gonna put my glasses on. This is what happens when you get old. Let's see. Happy New Year.
oh.
Yeah. I I I I I mean the good thing about a new year it gives us hope that it'll
It does.
change.
Hope for
How's
change.
that? See, look
I
at
like
that
that. Look
positive
at
about me.
you. Good job,
Yeah.
buddy. All right.
Hey,
This is going live today.
yes. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for allowing me to complain. Um,
And we're working on these things in 2025. Game on.
yeah. Game on.
Game on. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you, Katie. Have
Happy
a
New Year,
great
Dave
day.
Dale. You
Hey,
too.
happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for giving me a platform.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for being on
All
the
right.
platform.
Yep. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.